Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. My name is Audrey Blair. Good afternoon, everyone. I am a CRM specialist, and I lead the CRM division here at East Ridge Technology. And today, this is an intro to CRM webinar. I will be looking at some of the basic functionality that CRM offers. And actually, we will continue the series and add more and more functionality as we move on. But this is a basic overview of some of the things that we are able to do within CRM. Those of you who are on the call, you will notice that you can chat. So if there are questions, if you could please use the chat window. And at the end of the presentation, I will answer any questions that you type in. First thing I wanted to talk about actually was addressing, well, what is CRM anyway? We hear a lot about it right now, and basically what CRM it stands for Customer Relationship Management. And back in the old days, it was called SFA, or Salesforce Automation. And really what that was a merging of technology and business processes that focused on contact management and scheduling. Okay. So the idea was, well, how can we, as a company, figure out how to contact, get our information from our customers, and schedule our salespeople to go and make some of these calls. Well, that continued to grow and to include marketing functionality. So leads and campaigns and pulling in information from a pre-sales perspective. As the technology grew, we began to see CRM grow to include case management, which actually deals with post-sales in dealing with your customers. And actually the latest module that is added into CRM that we're seeing more and more is the project management module, where customers and companies are using their CRM system to manage the various projects that they have going on, either through customizing their CRM or utilizing some add-on functionality. Now, these changes reflect the importance of managing the entire customer relationship over a lifetime, and not just through a single snapshot. For example, when it just started, all you could see was the sales process. So moving forward, and as we see it now, CRM really has become a foundational piece that allows you to integrate so many other pieces into one area. So rather than having information scattered, the system pulls it all together, and anyone who has access to the system, that information is now visible. You are able to see the your entire customer portfolio, not just one snapshot. So if someone calls and there's an issue, you're able to look at everything from pre-sales through any projects or issues that you might be having with that customer. Okay. Now today we are going to be focusing specifically on Microsoft Dynamics CRM Online. And what online means is really that all of the infrastructure is in the cloud. So you don't have servers on premise, and the information then can be accessed from anywhere. So any of your mobile devices, all you need is a browser, and for a lot of the mobile devices and tablets, there are also applications that can be utilized to focus on CRM. We won't be looking at that today, although we probably will be doing another seminar that will focus just on the mobility, the mobile functions and tablet functions that CRM offers. So let's go ahead and jump into the demo. And actually, we are not going to start inside of CRM. We're actually going to start inside of our Outlook, because one of the many things that we do is most of us work inside or spend a lot of our day dealing with email contact information. Now I know this looks funny, right, because no one's inbox is this clean, including mine, but that's okay. Our demo here is Terry, and he keeps up with his inbox. But one of the great things about Dynamics CRM is that you can have actually full functionality of the CRM from within your Outlook. And I'll give you a couple examples of that in just a moment. From your Outlook perspective, how does this look? Well, there are a couple of changes that once you download the Outlook integrator for CRM, there are a few things that are added onto your Outlook. And I'm going to start up here in the ribbon. In your Home tab, you now have a group called CRM. This allows you to track emails and various tasks, and we'll go over that in just a moment. You also have a CRM tab inside of your ribbon. Additionally, in your navigation here, if I click on my Microsoft here, that is my entire CRM inside of Outlook. In just a few moments, we'll also take a look at that. But right now, let's focus in on our inbox. And having CRM inside of my Outlook allows me to quickly and efficiently take information that I've received from within my company or even outside of my company, from contacts within my CRM, and track that information. And here's an example. I received an email, a follow-up email from Ken, who is actually a part of my organization, but he has sent me an email CCing information from one of our contacts inside of CRM. And at the bottom of my message here, I see that this email has been tracked inside of CRM. I have set this email to regarding this very specific account. And also you'll see that what's tagged are all of the related records and contacts within this email. So without even leaving my Outlook, I can click on what this email is regarding, and in this case it's an account, and I can pull up the account information if I needed to preview any information before maybe I did follow up with this account and see what information I have. And you'll also notice here is the email right inside of my CRM now. So later, if I'm not in my Outlook, I can go directly to this account and see all of the activities or related emails about this account. That's very handy because I could be working in one place or another, and that's a functionality that I actually use a lot. Okay. I can also take a look at my opportunities, and here I am on my account page, and in my navigation I can take a look at any opportunities that may be associated with this account. And I see that this particular account has 2 opportunities that I am working on with them currently. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Well, how does this look in real time? Well, let's take a look at a new email that I received. And this is just a fresh email. And if this email is pertinent and I do need to track this information inside of my CRM, it's as simple as clicking a button. I'm just going to simply say track. And in just a few moments, what you will see is that these options also become available to me. So here immediately now my related records are being tracked. Here's the contact inside of my CRM. Here are my contacts within inside of my company. And now I have the option, I'm going to click on the regarding, and I can set this email to connect with any other entity inside of CRM. By entity, I mean if I want to associate this email with an account or a specific contact, or maybe I want to associate this email with an opportunity that's inside of my contact. I can do a quick search to pull up a specific contact. was the name of my account. And again, it's just that easy to relate. And now, again, that email, that information is all inside of my CRM. You also notice that if necessary, I can convert this email to an opportunity, a lead, or a case. Okay. I'm going to minimize my Outlook here. Let's actually go ahead and take a look. I'm inside of Dynamics in an Internet Explorer. And when opening Dynamics for the first time, the default is that it offers you a dashboard where you are able to see, in this example, we're looking at all of my opportunities. And this is a sales activity dashboard. Inside of my dashboard area, you have a number of options that you can choose from. So if you are a sales rep, you can set your sales dashboard. Maybe you are a case management rep or an inside salesperson, or even from a management perspective, you can set the dashboards to see any of the content that you would like to see. And some of the examples here from a sales perspective, I like to see my open opportunities. What calls perhaps do I need to make today? Here, any of these columns I can sort by, whether it's topic, customer. This particular one is sorted by estimated close date, so I can see what I have pending. I also can take a look at my pipeline analysis, and this one is becoming very, very popular, and that is tracking my goal progress, tracking my goal against any targets that I might have set for me, or from a manager's perspective for your division. So this particular chart can be set for an individual, for an entire division, or even company-wide. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the other things that we can do. If I click just from my start page here in my opportunities, if I wanted to click on my customer here, Scooters and Sales Store, when I click on that, it'll open up that account, and I can see all of the information that I need and any of the customizations that you can have on your system. Inside of your window. Here's that email again that we wanted to see, and any of the opportunities. Another piece that I talked about in being able to integrate, we talked about emails, but also we can also store documents inside of our CRM. And anytime you're dealing with an opportunity or a sales process, there are always going to be some type of document, some kind of contract associated with them. And another piece of the CRM puzzle is being able to store documents inside a CRM specifically associated with each account. Now, this CRM system is actually integrated with a SharePoint site. And we've set up where for a sales process, there are certain documents that needs to be filled out during the sales process. And then what you can see here is all of my documents, PowerPoints, presentations right within my CRM. The advantage, actually, it doesn't necessarily have to be in SharePoint, but the advantage of using it in SharePoint is that when I open up this document, I can edit my document, but actually multiple people can edit the document at one time. Okay. Once I make any of the customizations that I need on this document, I can save it, and they're just stored inside of the CRM. And that's especially important when you have documents that you want to sign, that you want your clients to sign. And again, you have one place to look for all of your information. Okay. All right. One of the other components, and the last component that we'll take a look at today, is looking at reports as well that we have inside of CRM. Okay. There are a number of reports that we can pull either from our ribbon, but we also have a reports module. I'll go ahead and double click just on our account distribution report here. And many times from a management perspective, we want to have accurate reports. We want to be able to see the information that's important to us. We may not want to see all the details. And by opening this report, I can change any of the filter criteria that I would like. For this particular one, I'm going to leave the default. As our report's being generated. And here this report is showing me my top 10 accounts. It's grouped by owner, and all of this information is graphed for me. Some of the accounts you can actually click and drill down into some of the graphs, so if I wanted to see any of the detail, I can do that. And for that particular graph here, I am looking at the detail from within my report. It's very easy to come back to the report and edit any of your filter criteria. And again, this is very powerful in that all of this information is in one location for you. Okay. All right. Now, do we have any questions from anyone? Anything in particular or something specific that you would like to see or to go over again? And as I mentioned, we will be doing more webinars that go into a little bit more detail in CRM. But this is just to show an overall view of some of the things, some of the functionalities that you have. And I have a question coming in. How much does it cost versus Salesforce? That's a question that we actually get a lot. Salesforce is obviously very competitive and one of the main competitors for Microsoft. And actually for all the functionality that you see here, reports, any of the customizations, the integration, the seamless integration inside of Outlook, all of this is $44 per user per month. Now, the very, very basic version of Salesforce, which doesn't give you very much functionality, the basic version of Salesforce is $65 per user per month. And then if you would like to add different types of functionality, for example, like having your documents stored inside of the database as well, you would have to bump up to what's called the enterprise version of Salesforce, which is $125 per user per month. And actually the top tier usage for Salesforce is all the way up to $250 per user per month. So depending on how much functionality, how much integration, you can actually spend a lot more money with Salesforce. So compared to what you get for $44 per month, you're definitely looking at more value for your dollar. That's a great question. Any other questions? Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for attending our webinar this afternoon, and be sure to look out for additional information or more webinars that we're doing. If you would like to see more webinars, or if you have something specific that you'd like to see, please feel free to email. And I'll actually put my email information back here, ablair@easters.net. And if you have something that I can address for you right away, my number is there on your screen. Thanks so much.